So y'all are live. I'm just gonna have it up for just running.
Hi, internet.
Yeah, I know.
Interweb.
Stop watching me masturbate.
Wait, what?
TOS.
Oh.
That's what he got planned.
Terms of service, Jared.
That might be the fastest ban ever.
Oh my god. Funny story. Yeah. I'll just not go with it. I actually did have my channel banned for one day because of some very interesting things that went on. I'll just say it was.
Oh no. Yeah. You'll have to tell us that story another time.
Be careful who you let into your Skype conversations and the audio they may bring with them. I'll just say that.
Why don't you tell us more?
I mean, on a different level, we kind of learned that with Naka recently.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh god.
Oh dear. Do tell them. Do tell.
Oh man. Yeah, Naka was an experience.
Yeah.
He often is.
He's cool though. He really is.
You didn't play Conan with us. He had like a base in a day
He made me.
that wasn't raidable, and then in a month he had a great Trump wall.
Oh no.
And he made my
Yeah.
character like one of the nicest outfits in the game. I was really happy.
Hmm. Yeah, no,
Okay.
Naka's cool shit when he's not, you know, having a moment.
Naka?
Something like that. No, Naka's cool as shit. He's one of my best friends.
I mean, he removed me from everything afterwards, so
You haven't seen him in a while.
yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He's still in her Conan Exiles. Yeah, he's still in her Conan Exiles.
Who's playing it?
So,
Nobody.
No.
you guys want to begin, or I
Yeah,
imagine
if
the
everybody else isn't down.
introductions.
I mean, it's up to you.
This is a slower campaign. There's going to be a lot of times for you guys to roleplay. So I'm not really pushing certain things until it comes to a point. So
Sit back and twiddle your thumbs.
If you want the latest version of my character sheet, Rico, I made a couple changes.
what kind of changes? Like your skills and stuff, or what?
No. I realized that. Yeah, I just changed one of the proficiencies. Her instrument proficiency. She's proficient in the piano, viol, and ocarina. It was lute, viol, and ocarina.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I'm just
Yeah, no,
mostly
it's just-
using it to
Yeah.
help out with saving throws and stuff.
Yeah. No. All the other stuff is the same. There's a couple things I decided based on how I wanted the character to be done. As I did that, and also just wrote down contents of the entertainer's outfit into my inventory and added backstory and stuff.
Oh, okay. Your mic sounds different right now. Is there a reason for that?
It shouldn't. How does it sound different? Like bad or?
Like I can usually hear you clearly. Right now, it just seems like there's a secondary microphone.
Oh, I wonder if it's picking up through the freaking webcam. I bet you it is. Give me a moment. Yeah, input. It should be Plantronic. That's line.
What sounds like a blizzard?
Is that better?
Yeah.
It was.
Oh
picking
wow!
up
Holy
the
shit! Yeah.
Freaking webcam mic.
Ha
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You sound like you're going through a condenser now. So yeah.
Sounds like you're actually talking to me and not like walking away from the.
Sweet. Just make sure this is
Not
all
a
set
lot
up
of echo.
properly. The levels will probably be terrible. And oh yeah, I was gonna add a. Thank you. That reminds me, I was gonna add a webcam to this. So maybe we can get that on there. see some live editing. Oh wow, this webcam is
Live
really derpy. Okay, maybe I should just
I don't
remove
even-
it. It's like blinking blue all like over and over and over.
Creepy.
Yeah, let's see here. Let me change the color range to full. I think that's okay. That fixed that. And mystery file. Also, I need to crop it. So I knew the hotkeys for the other thing to crop. So like this, like this. Doobie-doo. There's not a crop. It's fine, I'll just move it. And I'll just have it like that, I guess. Cool. I'll just keep that right. I'll just keep it over here. To the ether over here. And that way people can see my webcam. Alright, sweet.
Oh, you got a webcam going?
Mm-hmm.
I never set up my webcam. It probably would have been a lot easier for you guys to like see me, because I know that was mentioned a few times of like part of what's fun inside, in person D&D is seeing the people and seeing the characters, like with facial expressions and stuff.
I don't know about
Part of
that.
that's like acting, giving each other energy type thing. What's the term for it? I can't remember the term for it in acting classes, but
But yeah. Oh, yeah,
So-
I'll go ahead and post my thing in here too, so you guys can go to it and check it out. Actually, I'll post it in general.
Can we post memes in there?
Yeah, as long as they're safe for work.
Okay.
Are you talking about in my in this or in the actual stream chat, like the Twitch
Stream
stuff?
chat.
Oh, in Twitch you can do whatever, pretty much whatever. I think I got it set to. I don't think I have it set to mature, so I guess PG-13. I may set it to mature later on.
I will do my best.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna go do that. Now
yeah.
that I think about it, role playing. Yeah, we're role playing.
Also, I swear a lot,
Yeah, no, that's fine. We fixed
even
that.
when I'm not playing
He's
sailors.
a pirate. That's like asking a bird not to use its wings.
Yeah, I don't think I'm actually ready for tonight. I think in the future I'm gonna have to practice proper pirate swearing.
oh, dude, I'm pretty sure that there's some NPCs I'm just gonna be like, oh man, I have to keep up with his voice.
No, I'm going to be mostly trying to get into character tonight, but I probably will fail horribly for a little bit.
Alright.
Channel.
I'm trying to think of who to start first. Like, this is interesting. I'm tempted to just make you guys roll for initiative and see who should start first.
That's certainly a way to do it.
Yeah, it is.
Language. Changes to channel.
There's two people I think I'm going to have last, though, because
Cool.
I have an idea of how to start them.
Alright, so yeah, it's
Okay,
mature
gotta
content,
go.
so
Oh, you changed the...
yeah.
Alright, sweet.
I mean, that's probably a smart idea. Look at this party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There will
I
be
mean,
some
this...
there
Yeah.
will be strong language and all that good stuff, and some, yeah, suggestive themes and all that junk, and a lot of
They might
debauchery
fit.
and fun. So
D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons and we're not going now.
This is Hustlers, the game.
Oh, dear God.
Okay, why are you rolling D100?
Oh,
Thug and check. Yeah.
Oh, Thug and Check? Oh, that's actually really relevant, guys. Come on. Thug and Check.
I'm
I
thugging.
don't even know what a thug and check is.
Let's see how thugging you are.
Probably going to
36.
do really terrible with this.
Yeah, I'm not very fly tonight.
Oh, no. Not at all. I'm not.
Oh, you know that moment when the freaking druid is pretty thuggin'?
Yeah, but the
On
thug
point.
is still more
You know what,
thugging.
though? That actually went my way, because I kind of want to be last.
Okay. How about you guys roll for initiative? Let's do this.
Sure.
Dat 20, pal.
It's a non-nat 20.
Still 20.
Initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh.
it just got worse progressively.
Said you wanted to go last.
Yep. It's going my way.
Oh, I'm so sad that's not for something else. But okay.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Alright, so I'm going first, so what do you want me to do? You want me to explain my character, or do any of that?
Well, first, give a description of your character, and then we'll start.
Okay. Yeah. Lina is essentially a performing bard at one of the local taverns. She looks to be an amazing child prodigy that that people have been speaking about recently, and essentially she has long red hair. She's very childlike, very mature for a child, and she also seems to have like this beautiful talent with the piano and for also doing a viol performance. She essentially has arrived. I'm not sure how soon she's arrived, but I don't think she's been in town for that long. And essentially, she does each nightly performances at the local tavern to keep to make a few coins for her family and her traveling companions, and essentially to spread the warmth and goodwill of song and of music, and to aspire to become something greater.
Okay. As you said, Lina's only been in town for maybe a couple weeks. There was a very strange dream you had about a couple weeks ago. You were performing inside of a troupe not too long ago.
Okay.
You were nestled in bed, just on the verge of sleep, and then all of a sudden you start to feel panic. It's strange. You've had sleep for most of your life. You've heard bumps in the night, but this seems different. This is strange. Roll perception.
Okay. Perception is okay. It's a D20 roll.
Mm-hmm.
9.
Okay. When you're last about to fall asleep, you're inside of a tent, nestled, safe. Suddenly you find yourself in the middle of the woods. Strange. You're not sure where anybody was that was accompanying you, but you hear sounds of the forest, chirping, That air has a very heavy mist to it. And you hear off in the distance giggling.
Oh, what was that?
Just then,
Sorry,
giggling.
giggling.
And the next thing you know, you wake up. You're inside of a tavern.
Stop it.
Is it the same tavern that I was in before? Or is it...
Yeah, you're inside the same tavern. And you're getting ready for a big performance. It's about 2 weeks. There's a big celebration coming up. Major holiday. There's a lot of bustling and keeping everybody happy inside this tavern. This tavern itself is just full pirates, sailors, all the time. It's just bustling. And sometimes people get rowdy during your performances, but you've always had a sense to lull them. Get him to enjoy your piano.
Oh.
And they're getting quiet with anticipation for one of your shows.
Okay. Is it morning?
I would say that it's pretty much in the evening. It's winding down, except
Okay.
for the excitement going on. There's food being prepared. You can smell over the tinge of, old beer, meats being prepared.
Okay, so this is, you said it's, I was thinking in 2 weeks, but this is actually, I've been preparing for 2 weeks. So it's
Yes.
now. Okay. Yeah. She will get up, look around, look over the music that she's going to be performing for the night, or for the evening. Does she have like a handler or anything like that? I was curious. I never talked to you about that. Like a person that she talks like sets up all the things like a manager or anything.
Ram Vertas
Oh,
is
yeah.
actually the
Oh yeah, Rami. That's right.
owner of the tavern. He's
Mhm.
a very interesting character. He has very he has nights that he has he's certain moods you don't even want to talk to him. He's got lazy eye, brown short hair. And right now he's bustling, trying to make sure that everything's ready, that all of the food's being out and prepared. It's just at the perfect moment before your performance.
All right. Yeah, she will get dressed in like her best noble outfit that she has. She will actually bring along with her, for luck, a ocarina, and just keep in just something to have with her in like a small pouch at the side. And she will go seek out Rami, or Ram Vorgitz. Rami, where are you? Is it time? Is it
Child.
time?
It's time. You ready?
Of course, of course, of course. And she will like be all cheerful and happy.
Tonight I've got the piano ready for you.
Oh, that's great. I've always wanted to do this. And so I've got the perfect music to play for tonight. They will love it.
Hear the rowdy cheers inside of the tavern.
When I go out, I'm gonna do a perception check. Are there any noblemen there?
Not at this time. They don't actually enjoy to come to these parts. Mostly because there's very rowdy men that would love anything inside their purses.
Okay. Do I see anybody doing anything like, essentially, do I see anybody like super, like really drunk? Like, that looks like they may have some of their stuff unguarded.
The 19. You know, you can honestly take your pick. It's late in the evening, and there's quite a few people that's had a bit too much to drink. They're looking at you with anticipation. They're pretty much regulars whenever they're in from the docks.
Okay. Okay. She will come out. She will bow, do a little curtsy, and walk over to the piano and start playing. I guess you want me to do a performance check.
Yes, please.
She'll try and play something kind of very kind of open, like slowly, and then go into a more of a more of a jingle to start off with, something simple. All right.
The crowd's enthralled.
Okay.
All eyes on you. There's a low, muffled Lina, Lina, Lina.
I actually wanted to ask you that. Does she know anybody that's well, I guess I was going to ask you, does she know anybody that's like on the more shady side around here? Like, are there any bouncers or anybody that keeps an eye on things, or anybody that might be more of an underground type person that she's met before here?
There's quite a few people like that. However, I'm gonna have to start switching to another person. If
All
that's
right.
okay.
That's all right.
I was curious if you wanted to have any poetry that you wanted to perform or anything before we're switching.
No, not right now. That will be the first thing. Is she will start playing some music, and she'll get that started. Just kind of like a silent, a very slow opening, and then go into like a little bit of an upbeat jingle kind of thing. And that's gonna be the start with her.
Okay. Thanks, Chibi.
No.
Next person. Branch.
Yeah. Well, someone say my name.
So, Branch. The greenhouse has had a lot of orders in the last coming weeks. There's a big celebration coming, and there's quite a few ships that have needed various greenery or fruit to stay sustained from, certain diseases. Old Man Ori has been talking to you throughout the weeks, and occasionally asking for errands to be run. But it seems to be strange. Out of all the different times that there's been a celebration, he seems to be more stressed.
Stressed?
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll an insight on this?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. I have no clue why I stress. It's
he's
perfectly fine.
he's kind of hard to read at
Perfectly
times.
fine.
He's kind of hard to read at times, and it just must be one of his moods. It's just he's just a weird dude at times. So, how would you take one of his requests for making a delivery inside town?
Take what the delivery is and head into town and make my way.
Okay. It's been kind of slow goings at the greenhouse as far as growing.
Excuse
I'm
me,
not
as
sure.
far as
Huh?
As far as what's been slow?
How well things have been growing. It's not at the same quality as usual, and it's bad for the upcoming weeks.
I see. Obviously, it's some problem that I'm creating. Need to work it out.
Would you be able to make a nature roll for me?
Of course.
Yeah, it seems like it's some of the engineering inside the greenhouse is making it a little bit too cold for some of the produce. You'll have to figure some of that out.
Perhaps if I gather some sap, seal the window.
Okay. Uh, Are you wanting to use a spell for this, or how would you do this?
No, I would go outside and look for sap.
Okay. So, up comes the delivery. There's a few places that he needs produce delivered. One, the docks. Two, the tavern.
Alright, I'll make my way there.
Outside, the climate is a little bit more chilly than normal. As you would know, Branch, Thonar's made quite a few advancements in last couple of years that made it seem warmer inside the city. But outside the zone that his magic influences, it's very cold, very frigid. Ice glistens at all times. There's always going to be snow that falls on Winterhallow. There's always going to be snow in all these buildings. Continuous frost making its way on the buildings. But inside the buildings, nice and warm. You've on the roads see people in getting ready for a celebration. Moving crates around, a lot of hustle and bustle. How would you deal with them?
Just
How'd you
walk
make your way?
straight and be as patient as possible.
Okay. Roll perception.
Of course.
You just hear muffled whispers as you walk past, but you can't seem to hear anything that they say. Okay.
Surely local gossip.
Yeah, but people gossip. You can't seem to hear any of it right at this time. So, which place do you go to first?
Well, let's head to the docks. Since they're working, they would need it first.
At the docks, there's a couple oaths sworn, making sure that shipments are being ordered properly. Nobody's getting into any of the merchandise, and they're distracted at this time. But you see one of the dock workers, Alot. He's your usual meetup for any of these deliveries.
I put my hand up and try to wave, because that's what beings do. I look really awkward doing it, too.
Branch,
Yes.
you're always impeccable with time. Thank you very much. Your
I give
shipments
him
are
his
always
delivery.
Huh?
Give him his delivery.
He eagerly takes it from you and puts it down with the rest of the shipments. Makes a mark. It's with a knife, a symbol of the greenhouse. Ah, perfect. We're just about to set sail. Okay.
And his hands out for payment.
He gives a couple copper and winks.
He kind of keeps his hand open in payment, and his eyes just kind of like the black dots behind the glow, just looking at his hand still. He's just statuesque right now.
Don't tell Onan I gave you anything. Between us.
This is for the greenhouse.
Ah, of course. He hands out, he reaches inside of, within his shirt, pulls out a parcel. This is for the greenhouse. And then he points at the copper. This is for you. And then walks off.
It's paper.
It's partial. There's pretty much an envelope with a seal.
And what does it have written on it?
Let's see. It's actually in Elvish. Do you read Elvish?
Yeah.
It says Onan on it. And for... Would you open up the letter meant for Onan?
No, it's not mine.
Okay. Your next
I kind of look
delivery.
at the copper and close my hand in disappointment if a robot can be disappointed and go to the next place.
Okay.
That's cute.
Let's see.
Disappointed robot.
Disappointed robot. He didn't know what to do in that situation.
That's a new band name. I'm claiming it.
Ah, you suck. That's a good techno band name too.
Disappointed
Payment
robot.
robot.
Yes.
No,
Diplomacy
disappointed
robot.
robot.
Disappointed robot.
That'd be a great band name.
It's like Crystal Castles.
I don't know why you like. Oh, because it's plastic. Oh, dick.
So anyway, I'm guessing you're headed to the tavern?
They have two, right? They need two.
Huh?
They need two.
Yeah, it's part of your delivery.
Okay. Yeah, I'm heading over there.
Okay. You see... It's a snug building. Inside of the oak door, you hear a bustle of crowds. A performance inside. Beautiful piano playing inside, muffled voices. How much of a sense of smell do you have?
I would probably. I don't know. Let's just give perception what it is, if you don't mind.
Let's give what?
Let's just let perception do what it does.
Okay. Another 11.
Yeah.
Man, the air in here is thick. There's so many bodies in here. You have no idea why they send you down here each time to make this delivery.
Okay, I would definitely feel humidity.
Yeah, you definitely feel the humidity in here. There's so many bodies in here. And they
Kind
just...
of twist the
They're-
air in between my three fingers and look for the owner of the tavern is who this is supposed to go to, right?
You don't actually see him at the moment, but you do see off on the side of one of the tables. There's a sign that points down for deliveries.
I walk over there.
Okay. You stay inside the tavern to see what all the commotion's about?
No.
No?
No.
Usual room.
Okay. So you leave?
No, I'm gonna do the delivery.
I'm confused. How are you going to do the delivery? Are you not going to put it where the sign says, or you're going to go try to find the...
Oh, I assume somebody was over there that would receive the delivery.
No, not at this time.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna stand at the back of the crowd and just kind of look and see what's going around real quick.
You can also see a couple seeds on the ground. People are spitting from some of the produce.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely pick those up.
You're going to definitely pick those up from the ground?
Yep.
Aw.
I need those.
You're going to eat
How many
those?
seeds are there? Yeah, I need
Huh?
those. I need those. NEED. How many of them are there?
About a handful. They're kind of like pits.
Give me a number so I can write it down so I can be proud at the end of the campaign.
12. 12 pits. So it can be proud at the end of the campaign. Are you gonna like keep that in your inventory the whole time? I need to place plant this.
Maybe.
Okay. Oh man. All right. Mind if we switch characters?
Go for it.
Finn.
Hello.
You see a lot of activity in town. What do you do?
I mean, Finn would probably be getting drunk.
Probably be getting what?
Drunk.
Where?
Or drinking. Like I said before, he favors cheap dive bars.
Okay. So,
Preferably in seedy parts of town where law enforcement is less likely to be.
would you stay around for the performance?
Sure, why not?
How deep in your cups would you be? Actually,
Um,
make a couple rolls for me.
okay.
Okay, curious.
I'll throw this out there. Finn, by sheer force of habit, drinks almost nothing but grog, so the actual alcohol content is fairly low. And I mean like proper sea grog, not, modern mixed drink grog. What do you want? Like Constitution saving throw or something like that?
Let me look over the skills again. I know it's different in this edition.
Some groggy eyes.
So you would only drink grog. You wouldn't drink anything with your Finn discount.
No. Well, I mean, everything I'm drinking is with the Finn discount, but
You would just have grog at this time.
yeah.
Roll a Constitution check.
Okay.
Damn, our rolls are fucking mediocre.
Rolls are what?
Our rolls are mediocre. At least mine were.
You know, for some reason, this grog's a little bit more potent than usual.
Okay.
How do you... spend your time at this bar?
Probably just sitting in a dark corner with his back to the wall. Coat slung on the chair, sleeves rolled up.
Would you be able to? I'm sorry, Jarek. I completely forgot to give you a chance to describe your character.
That's fine. When somebody looks at me, I will.
Yeah, Rory. Would you be able to describe your character, please?
Sure. Finn is a half elf of, I'd say, about average height, say 5'10", 5'11", something like that. Kind of a lean build. Wearing slightly ragged clothes with bright red hair pulled back and tied up, and a bright red beard. He's, sitting in a, like I said, dark corner of the bar, just nursing drinks and sitting there with his feet up on the table and his heavy sailor's coat slung over the back of the chair.
You're not going to be hiding at all with the shadows given to you through the candlelight?
I mean, like I said, he'd be in a dark corner, but that's probably the extent of it. He's not super hidey.
Your question earlier with Chibi.
Huh?
Your question earlier with Chibi, you would see him.
Okay.
He also has a number of tattoos.
Which ones are visible at this time?
With his sleeves rolled up, you can see that he's got an anchor on his left forearm. On the inside of his right wrist, there's here, I'm just gonna post it in Discord because I have a picture of it. Just see that on the inside of his right wrist. And kind of like where his shirt's a little open, peeking up at the top of his chest, you can see the top of what looks like a skull.
Oh, okay. Would you be paying attention to the performance or no?
Yeah. Oh, and he also has a snake winding up around the rest of his right arm. Nothing's in color though. Everything's black and white.
Okay. Hey, Jarek, could you describe your character, please?
Branch is wearing really thin leather, really plain. Just leather. And he has a green cloak on over the top of it. He dresses really plain. And yeah, it's nothing really special. When you look at him, he's just got a robot face. Bottom part of his jaw is the only part that moves on his face. His eyes are like green, and then what you think his pupils are just black dots.
Nice.
Oh, and Finn has silver eyes. Forgot to mention that.
What's up?
Finn has silver eyes.
Oh, okay.
And very slightly pointed ears. Like, you could maybe almost miss them if you weren't paying attention, but they are pointed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and Lina never shows her ears. She always has long hair covering her ears.
And you just purposely hide them, or?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Because
For reasons.
yeah, reasons.
Okay. So, now we're gonna go to Dalen.
Pickles.
You fell asleep at the counter again.
Ugh.
You have a very, very angry customer just tapping his foot in front of you.
Welcome to the Gilded Rose. How can I help you?
Been waiting here, trying to wake you up, and you wouldn't budge.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
So, What exactly can I even buy here?
Oh, what are you looking for? And I'll tell you if we even have it.
He just glares at you. Maybe I'm looking for.
I mean, are you looking for jewelry? Are you looking for clothing? Are you looking for what is it?
I'm looking for a ring.
Fancy that. Trying to impress a woman?
He, through his air of affluence and big angry face, he's just been glaring at you. He's a heavy-set guy. He kind of blushes a little bit. Could you roll me? What would it be under this system? Insight.
I have that change. Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna do terrible tonight.
You know, he's kind of hard to read. Maybe it's just really cold outside. Facial expression. It's kind of one of those.
face or whatever.
It's kind of one of those rich guys that maybe his face kind of stuck that way after glaring too much at his own reflection. Yes, rings. Show me some rings.
Alright, Jesus. I would step away for a minute and, I guess go over to a drawer and pull out like one of those, you know, the type of ring slots that people have in stores where it's like a cushion and it has lined up with rings.
Mundane ones or actual magic?
Mundane.
Okay.
I ain't that stupid.
Mundane
I'm,
magic.
I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid.
Oh my god. Mundane magic.
I was asking if it was mundane or magic.
Oh, it's mundane magic.
Boring magic.
It's also known as sleight of hand.
Oh god.
Are you gonna make it seem like it's magical?
Oh, yes, very.
Okay. Roll a deception and give me the rundown.
Oh, God. I actually did something. Jesus.
It's funny because someone else in the Discord group just types like that.
I'm sorry, did you roll?
Yeah, I roll.
Is it the 16?
Yep.
He's very interested inside this ring. It's. Give me the rundown.
Okay.
Like, what are you telling him?
So this ring. Quite lovely. It's actually complete silver with a beautiful ruby in the middle. I'm trying to think of which royal family it came
Royal.
from. Yes. We try to get really nice things. You know, because some things can have a little bit of a spark, a little extra to them.
He's looking at you, listening intently. You think you're doing pretty well. Well, what price?
Well, and he kind of like makes one of those faces where he kind of like rolls his eyes upwards because he's fucking sassy. Let's see. We have had our hands on it for a little while, so how about this? I'll make you a deal.
Oh,
I'll sell it to you for. Now, is like currency in this time similar to what Titus's game was, where it was like
yeah, it's the
like,
same
it's very-
currency and stuff.
Okay, so it's all over the fucking place.
Yeah,
It's not like
I mean you can barter for stuff like artwork or like
And I'm gonna look. Can I look at him and kind of tell if he has money?
roll a insight.
Nope, can't fucking tell. I'm not gonna do good on our first fucking session. It's not gonna happen.
You overslept. You're not entirely sure how well off he is. He might be some guy that's just really trying to get on your nerves, trying to get you to slip up. You're not sure.
How would let's say 100 gold.
100 gold for what? Just a ring? From royalty?
I mean,
You don't even know which royal family.
yes, but I mean,
Actually, I need you to roll a persuasion and a deception.
oh, my two good ones. Can I actually do something? Oh my god, caps lock. Go to hell.
Yeah, but +6 is something. Damn.
Okay, hold on one moment.
The highest double digit I've rolled. 10.
Aw.
Really? Hmm. It actually looks at you with an eyebrow raised. Look. Maybe 20 gold.
20 gold. Taking it down quite a bit there, aren't you?
I've seen better lives.
How about we meet in the middle?
Oh?
And he's like got his elbow on the counter with his chin in his palm and just kind of like looking like up at you.
You don't think that this is possible, but his eyes scrunch even more. It's quite a feat, really. A metal. This ought to be good.
So in the middle?
You're saying 50 for this.
I mean, we started at 100, so... I mean... I gotta pay my rent too.
He has a hearty laugh. And then starts walking. Towards the door.
Alright. About 30.
He stops at the door. Thought you'd see it my way. Pulls
Now,
out from his purse. Huh?
if you'd like, I could show you some more interesting pieces.
Interesting. No. I think all he wants is that ring. Thank you very much. And then he puts the gold on the table, snatches the ring, and walks out.
Good riddance, it's only worth like 50 silver anyways.
Okay. What would Dalen do after that kind of encounter? What would his evening routine be like?
Probably counting out sales if there were any. Probably if they had anything new come through, you know, put them in places, kind of like, you know, rotating stock kind of thing.
I mean, you're almost off, and you haven't seen Thalner in a couple hours. He might be working on a commission project. So, what would you do with your free time?
Probably derp around and play with shit.
Trip around and play with shit. It's getting near the time that people are going to be further in their drinks inside the shops, other than yours, of course, because yours is a fine establishment. You don't want anybody rolling around with possibly throwing up on any of your merchandise, would you?
I wouldn't want to what?
You wouldn't want anybody to throw up on your merchandise, would you?
No. Because then I'd have to fucking kill someone.
So, you've got 30 gold in your pockets. How are you going to go spend it?
I would say
Well,
save it.
Well, I was going to say, he knows better. He knows better than to take from the shop. So, he throws about 10 of it into the shit that's sold for the day.
Okay.
I'm the one that keeps this damn place up